So let's take a look at some Hendrix style riffs that I learned by watching Hendrix films, and totally stole these licks from him because Hendrix once said the only way to make a guitar cry out is by bending. So let's take a look at it. The first one is, of course, I say the best thing you could ever do on guitar, whether it's shredding or arpeggios, playing like Eddie Van Halen, is this right here. So I'm in the key of E here, my first finger at the 12th position, that basic first position type E minor pentatonic rock blues scale, and I'm bending the second string from a D to an E. Okay, that, I think, if I could teach anybody anything, it's that. So let's look at some ways to use that and how Hendrix went about it. So this is my favorite. He would start on the first string and go. So you don't, your first string, you're bending your G to an A, and your D to an E, what I consider the ultimate riff. Because you're making your guitar cry out. It's the only way to do it. You bend up to the note and give it a vibrato. Okay, now here's something Hendrix would do when he'd get on a roll and he's really ripping it. He'd do this. And so he would do that over and over again. And then he'd do something like this. So watch. He would do, that's it. So what I did was, I did the riff I talked about, and I went up to my 17th fret and bent that A to a B. So there it is. Now he would do stuff like this too. He'd go. I mean, Hendrix was a bending fool, and he would like, so that I did on the third string from the A to the B. And, oh, sorry, a little sloppy there. So, and then this, of course. So let's look at that. If you're to, like, let's say you're jamming, you're just riffing along. A little sloppy there, but you get the idea. A little cleaner there. So there it is. There it is. That's a great. Cleaner there. So you get the idea. You get the idea. You throw this stuff in with your regular riffs. Now, something else I saw, I'll never forget it, I saw this in another Hendrix film, is this area right here, what some people call the fourth position. So this E note here on your G string, on your 9th fret, and then he would put his first finger on the second fret, second string, sorry. Let's see, that would be your 8th fret and 10th fret. 8 and 10 on the second string, and your E note, which is your 9th, yeah, 9th on your E string, G string, sorry. 9th on G, and then 8 and 10 on your second string. So he did this. And that was when I go, man, that's so cool, because he'd rip it. And so that's done just by doing a pull-off on your second string between that 10th and 8th fret, and then resting on that E. Now, I watched closely, and what he would do an upstroke on the first time, and then a downstroke on the second time. Now, normally, when you're getting aggressive on a riff, you're thinking a downstroke on that first note. Well, this one you're doing the opposite. You're doing an upstroke and down because it gives it a flow. Watch. Okay, and then he would also do a hammer-on. Same thing. Upstroke, downstroke. And then he'd do this sometimes. And that's done by bending on your 2nd string, 10th fret, and then to your 10th fret on your 1st string. And then he hit them at the same time. So he'd do single, one at a time like this. And then he'd do them both together. Sorry. Sorry, as a scallop neck, sometimes I slip off on that E string a little bit. There it is. Right there. So there's some great Hendrix riffs right there. Now, something that I kind of gleaned from the Voodoo Child riff. Now the Voodoo Child, the basic riff is. Okay. Now what I did is I love that. I mean everybody. From Leslie West to Steve Morse, Michael Schenker, you know, they always use that. That's just. I'm doing an upstroke on strings 1 and 2 open. So that's, everybody does it. Hendrix was the first person I saw do it, but who knows how far it goes back. It's just a typical riff. Okay, so here's a cool trick you could do to get that kind of Hendrix sound. You could be riffing up here in that 12th fret area. And then you hit your G string open, which gives you time to move it to here, and then you can hit this riff on the, you can bend on your 2nd fret on your 3rd string, your G string. So now watch. So if you're riffing. Boom. Some great Hendrix style licks to use. I use them all the time. Once again, like I say, Hendrix said in an interview, and I agree 100%, the only way to get your guitar to cry out is by bending the notes. Subscribe to my channel, videos all the time. Have a great day. Practice.